you like to drive around and talk about the latest happenings, this is the channel you need. So subscribe and follow Carmentary.
Carmentary! We are back! My goodness, it has been a long break. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know exactly how, maybe 2 months? Maybe more? The last Carmentary episode I did, I don't even remember what it was about. And I don't even remember when it was. That's how long ago it was. I've been on a bit of a roll. Life has taken some twists and turns. And, oh man, just shit went down. So, there was no real time. I just didn't have the energy. I don't want to make it sound like I'm making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I just didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling the Carmentary vibe. There's a certain passion that you need to have to stick an action camera on your dashboard and talk to yourself in a rather loud voice while driving for about 20 minutes. There's something that, there's like a switch, there's like a healthy meter, and it has to be at a certain level. And the timing has to be right, it has to be daylight, I have to be on a highway, the drive time has to be definitely over 20 minutes, preferably about an hour, so I can think about what I want to talk about before I can actually like get going. And now I'm in a tunnel! Hold on. I think I remember what my last Carmentary episode was. I believe I was on the way back from Niseko and I talked about the necessity for everybody to be wearing the masks. The masks that we all have now. And I think I talked about how I changed my mind. Originally I had thought, okay, only people who are sick should be wearing the masks, but as I read things and learned more things, I was like, okay, that's not right. We should all really be wearing the mask right now. And I think that was my last Carmentary episode. And then after that, the whole world just went apeshit. For real. Like, everything took off. America just went crazy. COVID crazy. Europe, Brazil, India, everybody lockdown. TV shows can't be done, no more restaurants, like everything just started falling apart. Except for Japan. Sort of. Japan falling apart in some ways. But basically Japan, everybody heeded my advice, put on the masks, and then went straight to putting up tons of clear vinyl in between like tables and registers at stores and acrylic plastic panels in front of the registers at Starbucks, and on and on and on and on and on. Basically, here in Japan, oh yeah, and this is funny. I thought this was really humorous. A new law finally came into effect banning the use or the free use of plastic shopping bags at all stores across Japan. Japan is like the #1 plastic polluter in the world. I believe that's correct. They wrap everything in several layers of plastic. Everything is individually wrapped. Little cookies have their little wrapper, and then they're in a larger wrapper in a plastic tray, and that comes in another plastic box, and on and on. So a lot of people complain about the plastic use in Japan, and this new law came into effect at the end of was it the end of June or 1st of July maybe? I think it's been about a month. No more free plastic shopping bags at any store. So every time you go in now, they have to ask you, do you want a bag? And everybody, being the cheap shits that they all are, don't want to pay the 3 yen for the bag. So now you see all these people carrying ridiculous amounts of stuff in their arms out of stores. Like, get a bag, man. Like, bring one into the store or buy one, because you look like an idiot carrying all this stuff. And they gotta put tape, so then they can't just give you the stuff because it's not in a bag, but they can't force you to buy a bag. So they have to put that little red tape on everything. And people got like 50 items. They're carrying it out like this with this tape all over it. But that wasn't actually the point of my little anecdotal story here. The point was that it's kind of funny that that law went into effect, and I'm sure the amount of plastic shopping bags has gone way down. But at the same time, the increased usage of clear plastic vinyl and acrylic board everywhere, and I mean everywhere. It's ubiquitous. Is that the word? You can't go anywhere without sheets of hanging plastic with a little hole at the bottom so you can pass stuff back and forth. And it just, I like the masks. I'm down with the masks. I'm not against the plastic things between the registers and the people, but I don't really think that makes much of a difference. If someone sneezes directly at you, you're going to be happy there was some plastic in between you. But some sucker who works in the store is going to have to go out there with some alcohol and a rag and try to wipe that, corona off the vinyl. It just seems like we're creating more garbage and more stuff for little viruses to stick on. I don't know. That's my opinion. It's such a... Can we be really honest on this particular Carmentary episode? I think I'm going to take a new style and a new stance from here on out. I have to warn you, I'm going to start swearing a lot more for two reasons. I think it's necessary to really get my point across, and I've realized that all the truly mega popular, famous podcaster, YouTuber, vlogger, whatever's out there, they all swear like motherfuckers all the time. So why am I trying to be such a nice guy all these years? Fuck it. Fuck it. The world is so nuts right now. I don't think it matters if I say the word fuck a couple of times on my little stupid podcast. Right? I hope you're backing me on that. So what was I saying? Yeah. So, the world is so incredibly screwed up right now. It's always been screwed up. It's always been a mess. But now, we all know it. Maybe that's the only difference. This pandemic has exposed basically every flaw and problem in humanity at the same time. Globally, and everybody's just going okay. I actually kind of cut off the YouTube. Well, I haven't posted anything to YouTube since my last Carmentary episode, so it's been a couple months, and I cut off my viewing. I stopped the Facebook, except for tiny little fraction, but basically don't even open it up anymore. Instagram, I'm using Instagram to promote our new location for our store, Soft Cream Specialist Shop, that we reopened at the end of June. By the way, it's doing great. Absolutely incredible. I am so stoked and really enjoying the success of that. Spent, a month, more than a month on the construction, incredibly intense labor, really kind of destroyed my body a bit on that. But it was worth it now that we see the success. So if y'all have a chance, please come by our shop locale JZK, and I am there most days that it is open. You can say hi and we can visit and talk. Don't worry, I'm not this animated, and I won't swear directly at you. So I'm using Instagram for that, but that's about it. I don't look at my personal account. I'm avoiding global news for a while, or have been for a while. So what I do is I don't want to be the guy who doesn't know anything. You know, I want to kind of keep up on world events and see what's happening. But at the same time, it's so screwed up and so ridiculous that I just don't need that information, because all the people I know who are really addicted to the news and really watch what's going on a daily, hourly, minutely basis seem to be the people with the most tension. And I'm trying not to go down that route. And I realize as soon as I start looking at all this news, I just go, oh, drive you crazy. So every now and then when I'm in a really good mood and I feel really solid, I'll be like, okay, I will check G News. I have that little app, Google News, you know. Just sort of scan through just to get the headlines, just to find out how many people are dying. Like, that's what the news has boiled down to. How many people are dying in every country around the world? Ooh, deadly second wave. How many people are dying? Deadly third wave. Ooh, in 2 weeks, Britain. Deadly second wave coming. Fuck. So I kind of scan through that, and then I'm like, yeah, enough of that. Back off of it for another week to 10 days, and then I don't watch anything. And it's actually really nice. If you're having trouble, like me, handling all that kind of global news poison, you might want to try it, because it's funny. Like, obviously things that are happening around the world are affecting all of our lives, no matter where we are. What happens in America, there's that trickle-down effect, and eventually it's going to affect what is happening in my life. Of course, I understand that. But on a day-to-day basis, not really. Wake up, beautiful sunset, look at that. Gorgeous sunbeams coming down, blasting the rice fields in the distance. Absolutely gorgeous. There is nothing that Trump can do to fuck up my sunset right now. Nothing. He cannot. Wait a minute. He could set off nuclear bombs in Hokkaido and ruin my fucking sunset. Damn, I didn't think about that. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen today. So forget that idea. There's nothing Trump can do to ruin my sunset, so I'm just going to sit here and be like, wow, that is so beautiful. Whereas if I was stuck on the news and I was listening to like BBC right now, or CNN, I'd be going, oh, fucking sunset's nice, but Trump, he's driving me crazy. So that's my thoughts on that. What else have I got to talk about? I had so many things I wanted to talk about to you guys. And girls. 2 girls. There's probably only 2 girls who watch this. Okay, Japan. Let's talk more about Japan. We covered the vinyl and plastic that is everywhere now. And of course, you know, everybody's got the mask thing going on. The masks were like everywhere for a while, and now it's gotten to the sort of like point where you don't see too many people wearing them in the cars anymore. For a while there, you'd see people with their wife or whatever in the car, and they'd all have the masks on. Be like, okay. Now people seem to like sort of just have the mask ready, and then as soon as you step out of the car, you're like masked, going into a shop, get something, alcohol spray. Whew, my hands are the driest they have ever been in my whole life. Everybody is in the rhythm with the alcohol spray now. Like, you go into a shop, you spray down your hands. You sit down, you eat, take off the mask to eat, you put the mask back on, you pay, you spray your hands on the way out. Like, you go to the toilet, you spray your hands in. It's everywhere, which, that's great. Japan has done an amazing job of making sure there's enough hand sanitizer, alcohol spray for every thinkable location and every business. So that's great. Japan, what's the other thing? The thing that has really annoyed me recently is the catchphrase that they came up with. And get this, it's on TV, it's probably on posters and on the web and stuff too. With Corona. That is the sheer brilliance of either some copywriting advertising agency or someone in the communications department of the government. I don't know who came up with that one, but they didn't go with a Japanese phrase. They went with an English phrase, and kind of an English phrase that we wouldn't use in an English-speaking language, I think. What do we say that? With Corona. It's kind of like that. With Corona. I'm with Corona. Are you with Corona? Look at this sun. It's so beautiful. Trump, don't fuck up my sunset right now. So, this phrase, with Corona, for some reason, I understand what they're trying to say. It's basically like, this is not going away right away, folks. This is going to be here for a while. We got to deal with it. We got to learn to live with it. There's new things, new standards, the mask, the alcohol, the vinyl, the whatever, the social distancing. So it's like it's not subliminal at all. It's beating you over the head with it, like, with Corona, with Corona, with Corona. Yay, with Corona, with Corona. I'm so happy I'm with Corona. So that is kind of the new thing. And I don't know, things like that just kind of annoys me. With Corona. I just don't want to hear it. Okay, another thing I just remembered. Another thing that kind of has annoyed me, and if I was the one making the decisions, this is how it would be. So every day, on the TV, on the radio, in the newspapers, and all the media, all we seem to get are these numbers of how many people have contracted COVID-19 and how many people have died that day or that week or that month or in that country or whatever. So we get all these numbers. Today, 1,000 people died in New York City from COVID-19. Today, 5,000 more people tested positive for COVID-19. And it's endless. It's just these numbers, they just keep coming at you. And it's kind of overwhelming. So it's part of that whole thing that I've been trying to avoid. I just don't want to hear the numbers. Because what happens is, like, when you start hearing numbers like that every day, it's like, you start to go a little like, whoa, okay, this is, what do these numbers mean? This sounds like 100 people. Ooh, that's terrible. 1,000, oh, that's ridiculous. We have nothing to compare it to. So what I'm asking for is every day on the news, I think there should be a complete body count of everything posted in the newspaper and announced on the news. They should have like this chart. It's like the top 40 pop songs chart, except it's about death. It's like, today, the new #1 leading cause of death in America was heart disease. Yay! And coming in at #2, cancer. Oh, was it? And in #3, breaking into the top 3 for the first time in history, it's COVID-19. I I think that would be, I would like that. I would actually check the news to see that. And I think it would be a great thing because we would finally know what people are actually dying from. This is something that for the longest time has been, like, you can get the numbers, I guess, if you know where to look in the right websites and death rates, and I don't know. You can Google all that stuff, but no one has put it out in our faces, right? Until Corona. And now, every day, no matter what you do, you get this number smashed into your face. 10,000 people caught the virus. 2,000 people died. So I think it would be great if we had all those statistics and we could really start having these good conversations about, what is really killing people. Obviously, gets a little soupy in there because a lot of people who die from COVID-19 have pre-existing conditions like heart disease and cancer and other things. So, yeah, it's a mixed bag. But it would be nice to know the number. Car accidents, medical mistakes. I read somewhere that over 1,000 people die every day in America from medical mistakes. Go out and Google that. Maybe it's a slightly different number, but it was something like that. And I was like, whoa, that's a huge number. No one ever talks about that. Medical mistakes, that means the doctor's fucked up something and you died from it. And that's 1,000 people a day. That's a lot. I want to know where that ranks. So that's my new personal pet peeve. Global death rate, best hits chart, and with Corona. We could just call it the with Corona chart. Yes, that's brilliant. With Corona, the countdown continues. We're breaking into the top 20 with some new diseases and rare viruses. Man, I'm on a roll today, folks. I think I've turned over a new leaf. Look at this sun. It just keeps getting better. What did I tell you? The news is not ruining my sunset at all. This is a fantastic view. Okay, maybe one more thing and then I'll shut this off because it's probably getting ridiculously long. What else do we have to talk about that is not related to Corona and COVID and these weird, screwed up times? Nothing! That's the problem! Everything comes back to the Corona! With Corona! Are you with Corona? I'm with Corona. She with the Corona? We're all with Corona over here in Japan, folks. You remember that. I'm not dissing Japan though, okay? I want to be straight up. I think Japan has done great. Death rate, super low. Right now, Tokyo and Osaka, not doing so great. The deadly second wave has suddenly arrived. And they're seeing a lot more infections. But they're not locking down the entire country super strictly. You can still get on a plane and fly around. Japanese government is very, I don't even know what the English word is. They're mellow. The mayor will come on TV, and it's summer vacation right now over here. It's a shortened summer vacation because we had a long kind of vacation from school earlier in the year. But it is summer vacation. And Tokyo, the numbers are rising, so the mayor comes on TV. It's got these panels with little printouts, and I just caught a bit of it, and she said, "This summer is a very special summer. Yes, it's a special summer because we should all stay home, and we shouldn't go anywhere, and we shouldn't go out to eat at restaurants very much, and we shouldn't go to amusement places because those places seem to be where everybody gets the with Corona. So let's all enjoy this special summer. Bye-bye." And it's like, okay, well, that was nice. I'm serious, folks. That's what it's like. Okay. See, I can't think of anything else to talk about except with Corona and with the sunset. I'm with the sunset. Well, I hope this has been a humorous and informative 30 minutes for you. I will try to keep the Carmentaries more regular. I think I'm in a place now where I'll be able to get back into it. I gotta be honest, I'm telling you, I was friggin' busy, okay? Like, non-stop construction, non-stop editing projects. I made a TV commercial for an amusement park. I had several other things going. People are badgering me with phone calls all the time. I get emails, I get messages. It's just non-stop. I actually recorded a couple things for YouTube, and it was like, I can't even get the footage into the computer, no less find the time to edit it. I'm just passing out at night, trying to get some sleep. And then waking up at like 4:30 going, ah! So, bear with me. But I feel like right now I'm on the verge of really kind of clearing my schedule, telling a lot of people, no. And then I'm going to have a little time to focus. We're going to get back into this YouTube thing because I love it so much. YouTube. I also want to try to put together a video edit of all my S-logs from the last 2 years actually, into some kind of a video that everyone can watch and enjoy. I think we need more fun, passionate, entertaining, informative, cultural things to look at rather than all these bad numbers. So I'm going to try to do that. Got a bunch of other things in the works. I'll be back. I'll be back with more info, and hopefully it'll be fun and informative. Let's keep it on the upward tip. What does that mean? Sorry, I'm babbling. Have a good day, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the support. And remember, with Corona, drive safe, everybody.
If you like to drive around and talk about the latest happenings, this is the channel you need. So subscribe and follow Carmentary.